Hi guys! Okay, I was gonna film a cute little drive with me, not realising where on earth are you gonna put your car? Where on earth are you gonna put your camera? So what I think I'm gonna do, I've just stopped now, I'm literally like 10 minutes from home, but I've just stopped to get my coffee because you have to have a coffee. Like my ex-boyfriend lives like 4.5 hours away from me. He used to do the drive to my house without like a Starbucks stop, like no nice little coffee. Like he would just get in the car, drive. I'm gonna go to the toilet and grab a Starbucks, and then I'm gonna shoot off to Dad's, which is like over 3 hours away. But I'm quite looking forward to it because I'm listening to Corey Boutwell. If you don't follow him, if you don't and you're super into like personal development and mindset, you really need to go follow Corey Boutwell and Chloe Bromwich. They are like the epitome of couple goals. Like they're just incredible, separately and together. I'm really conscious that my hair's still wet because I didn't want to like put heat on it. Anyway, I look just a bit of a sham anyway. They're like the epitome of couple goals. They're absolutely so inspirational, and I love how they like navigate their relationship and communicate with one another. And Corey's just uploaded a new podcast with Chloe, and it's called Before You End Your Relationship. So I'll put it on the screen, but it's really, really good so far, and it's like an hour and a half long. So I'm actually excited for this journey because I have that to listen to, and I think I'm going to get a toffee nut latte. I had one yesterday for the first ever time, and honestly, I'm not like a syrupy, Christmassy, like flavory drink kind of gal. I usually just get a flat white with oat milk. That's like my typical drink. But I feel like I'm just gonna, get a Christmas one. Like, we're on a holiday. We're on a 5-month holiday. We're going traveling. Like, this is fucking sick. I have been waiting to go traveling for so long, and the time is finally here. I leave for Les Arcs on Sunday. Sunday's going to be an absolute shit show because I have to set off from my dad's at 8:30. He's driving me to London, which will be 4 hours, and then from there I get like an 18-hour coach to Les Arcs. So my bum is going to be fully numb. Yeah, I'm gonna run into Starbucks. I'm not gonna take the camera in because I'm embarrassed. And then we can have a little chat. But I'm just so proud of myself. I'm so excited. I'm gonna share this with you before I go get my Starbucks. I wasn't sure whether to share it, but I want to show like my mindset side a bit more on YouTube. I found this when I was cleaning my room out the other day, and I wrote myself a letter on New Year's Eve last year, and New Year's Eve last year was literally like one of the worst times of my life. Like this time last year was really, really hard. I was like navigating a breakup. I was with my ex-boyfriend for 4 years, and he was literally like my bestest friend, and I have so much love for him, like so much love for him still. But I just knew it wasn't right anymore. I'd mentally checked out of that relationship a very long time ago, but I'd been lying to myself because at the same time, my friendship with him was like the most important thing in my life, like the most special, amazing thing in my life. And I knew that if I broke up with him, obviously he would no longer be in my life, and I didn't know how to cope with that. I think this isn't spoken about enough. I broke up with him, but it did not make it any easier. Like I still think about it a lot. I still have like so much guilt, which is really, really difficult to navigate. It broke me. Like it broke me. And I kind of wrote this letter to myself whilst I was going through that. And I really avoided opening it. So I was meant to open it on New Year's Eve this year, but I wanted to open it before I went to my ski season just because I feel like I found it, and I was like, I feel like this is a sign that I've like found it. Like I completely forgot I'd even done it. And I found it, and I was like, I feel like this is a sign that I need to open it before I go. And I'm not going to read the whole thing. It's like 5 pages long. But I'm just so proud of myself, and like how far I've come this year. So like this is your sign to do this. Like write yourself a letter now or before the end of the year and open it this time next year. And I think you'll just be so proud of yourself. Like this is very vulnerable. So I also wrote, I want you to find old us again this next year. The one who treated life as a dance. The one who didn't care who saw. The one who grabbed every moment with a fuck yes. Because she knew how capable she was. Because she 100% believed and trusted in her capabilities. I want you to have more fun. I want you to find the love and belly laugh for life that you've lost for a while now. I want you to adventure and explore because you truly get to rewrite the rules. You get to create. You don't have to follow society's benchmarks. live an adventure before we run out of time, because we deserve that. And yeah, I just said, like, I want to make 2022 the year of spontaneity, creation, memories, travel, newness, experiences, youth, laughter, and love. Anyway, it goes on for ages, but like, I was terrified to open this because honestly, I thought I would have written down like, I want to have a 10k month, I want my coaching business to be booming, I want, I don't know, like to have like X amount in my savings. Like, I thought it was all going to be very money orientated and very business orientated, because my goals have changed so much. Like, a ski season was completely written off for me in this time last year. I was like, nah, like, I'm past that now. Like, I need to be successful. I need to build my business. Obviously, we have taken a very, this is very me, like, my life constantly, I'll be going down one path and then I'm like, whoa, then I go down another path. But I was just like, wow, like, I knew what I needed, like, subconsciously. I think that was like a real like subconscious stream of thought. And obviously I never read it. Like, I put it, I didn't read it, I just wrote and then put it in that letter and forgot about it. And I think I'm like, look back and I'm like, wow, like, you knew what you needed. And it wasn't to be hitting 10k months and having X amount of money. It was to fucking like be young and travel and explore and find new hobbies and find your spark for life again and find connection and have new experiences. I specifically remember an Instagram story I did in January being like, my biggest goal for this year is to have my own coaching business and be traveling around in Airbnbs with my coaching business. Don't get me wrong, that's still a massive goal of mine, but I know that right now what I need is like fun, memories, connection, to be fucking young, like to not have many responsibilities, to just laugh and live. And I'm so proud of myself. Like, I've done so much this year that I never thought I would do, like climbed Tryfan, taken up climbing, done so many hikes, ran a half marathon, did my first shoot. Like, I have done so much this year that I didn't think I would ever do in my entire life. This is just your sign to go out there and like literally just try so much new stuff, because when you just keep on dipping your toe into newness and like constantly trying new things, you're like, oh my god, what else can I do, because I didn't think I could do this. And when you just constantly question your capabilities and then you keep proving to yourself that you can do so much more than you ever thought, like, life gets so exciting. So exciting. I'm going to grab my Starbucks. That was like a little ramble and I could literally sit here and go on for ages and ages, but I need to drive and it's going to get dark. So I'm going to go get my Starbucks, go for a wee, and then we will try and do a little drive with me. Right, guys, I literally went out for like 5 minutes. Not even that. Probably about 5 minutes. Like, and it's, you can't actually tell on the camera that bad, but it's actually like pitch black. I don't know how this is going to work because I literally drive this close to the steering wheel. I got coffee nut latte with oat milk, no cream, because I feel like the cream just makes it go cold really, really fast. And then I was like walking there and I was like, oh my god, I'm actually really hungry. And then I realised I've literally not eaten since breakfast. So I just got a bar because I feel like my dad is going to have some dinner ready for me when I get there. So I don't want to be full, even though it is 3 hours away. But oh my god, it's quite cold. I actually have blue tack. I can stick you guys down. I'm literally going to do that. This cost me £5.05. Since when did coffee chains charge over £5 for drinks? Because that's happened to me a lot now. £5, 5 pence, but there's literally no point in me complaining because I'm still going to pay it. Okay guys, it's working. She's a bloody genius. Sorry if this is the worst angle ever of me in the whole entire world. Obviously I can't see it right now. Love this because it's like I'm not in the car by myself. Like, it's literally like having passengers in my car. So this is a great invention, and honestly, I know it's just like a little bit of blue tack, but I'm so bloody proud of myself that I thought of this. Like, what on earth? Also, I just sound a bit Australian there, and I get this all the time. Like, to the point where I was out, like, this happens all the time. It always happens on a night out. Also, I hope you can hear me okay, because the car sounds very, very loud right now. I feel like this is going to be a horrible view of me. I put the viewfinder behind my camera, so obviously, like, I'm not, like, getting distracted or whatever. Yeah. I went on a date with an Australian guy the other week, and I was like, I think I said to him, because he was like, where's your accent from? Like, it's all over the place, which everyone says that to me. But yeah, everyone always comments on how my accent is like so, they're just like, where is it from? And this Australian guy was like, where is your accent from? Blah, 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 blah. I was like, oh, funny you ask, because I actually always get mistaken for Australian on a night out. Like, I don't know what it is, when I'm drunk, I must just start speaking really weird, but it's happened to me so many times now, where on a night out, I'll be speaking to like a guy or whatever, and they'll be like, oh my god, are you from Australia? And I'm like, I've literally never even visited Australia in my life. And it actually happened when I was on the date with him. He went to the toilet, I started speaking to these like this group of guys, and they were like, oh, are you like Kiwi? Are you from Australia or New Zealand? And I was like, literally no. I was like, he is, but not me. Right guys, you better just hope that this camera is pointing my way, because I've tucked the viewfinder in now. But I'm sat in a ton of traffic, which is nice. The sat nav has taken me a really weird way that I do not like. I'm having to like drive through the city centre to get to my dad's, which has never happened before. Like, usually it just takes me straight on the motorway. But anyway, this is so boring. But basically I turned the camera off because I got all stressed because it was taking me through like bits of the city I didn't know. And oh my god, I don't even know if you'll be able to see this because it's so dark. Let's just hope you can see me. Let's hope the angle is okay. I feel like all my chins are going to be in it because I'm like sat like this. But I just demolished that caramel bar, the nut bar. I just demolished the caramel nut bar, and I'm literally ravenous. Like, I regret not getting something a little bit more substantial. A bottomless pit at the moment. Like, I'm not pregnant, definitely not pregnant, but I am a bottomless pit. Oh my days. Like, I'm just hungry all the time for like carbs and chocolate and sugar, which isn't good. Like, I do know that's a sign of like a lot of bad things, but I think it's just me not being great with my diet, to be honest. Like, there's no other symptoms. Being addicted to sugar and carbs isn't really a symptom, it's just like a really bad lifestyle choice. But yeah, I'm literally a bottomless pit at the moment for like all of that stuff. I think I just need to put like a ton more veggies and fruit back in my diet, and like fibre and stuff, and then I'll be fine. A lot of travelling to be done over the next few days, but tomorrow I'm seeing my sister and so basically, if you don't know, well, you're not going to know my family. I live in Leeds with my mum, that's where we've like grown up. My sister lives in Birmingham for university, and my dad lives in Shrewsbury with his partner, and then my grandparents now live in Shrewsbury too, in a care home, but they lived, oh my goodness, it's this sparkling water. I feel like this video is absolute chaos. It's because I'm in a chaotic mood, because I'm frantic. Like, I feel like I've forgotten something. I can't believe I'm going. I've had so many goodbyes. I feel like this is a really ugly angle and I don't look good anyways. Like, I'm really not thriving right now. But I just thought this would be so cute. I don't even know if you can see me. Like, the lighting is probably horrific. Let's just pray to God that you can see me. Oh, I think we're going onto the motorway. We are. But there is a lot of traffic. Oh no. It is still saying 2 hours 45 though, so hopefully we've got my podcast episode, we've got this chatty vid, I'm gonna be fine. But yeah, so my grandparents live in Shrewsbury now too, in a care home. So basically tomorrow I get to say goodbye to my dad, my grandparents, my sister, and my dad's girlfriend too. Yeah, tomorrow we are going to go and watch my sister play netball in Wolverhampton, and then we're going to we're going to get my grandparents out of the care home, which will be really nice. Like, I don't know if any of you guys have grandparents in care homes, but it's literally broken my heart to have to see them do that. And also, oh my goodness, like, care homes are so, I put this on a real slant. Care homes are so expensive, like so incredibly expensive, it's disgusting. I'll be very surprised if this video makes it to YouTube, because I feel like it's just a pitch black screen. I've lost my Carmex and my lips are so dry, and I hate having dry lips. It's like one of my most irritable things is when I have dry lips. Like, it really frustrates me. So yeah, I was meant to buy another one just then in the services, but it just completely slipped my mind. Anyway, Starbucks drinks. So the Christmas menu, I've seen a lot of videos about it. Eggnog latte, I liked it, but like I wouldn't get it again. Like, it was fine. Gingerbread latte I really liked. I got them all hot with oat milk as well. Gingerbread one I really liked, but it's really freaking strong. Like, it's very gingerbready. very, very gingerbready. And then the toffee nut one I would say is my favourite. It's only those three, right? Oh, the hot chocolate, the praline hot chocolate I really like. Also, do you guys say praline or praline or praline? My friend yesterday was like, it's praline. I was like, I've never heard that one before. So she got the praline hot chocolate yesterday and she didn't like it, but I really liked it. Oh my goodness, we're merging. This literally gives me anxiety, you know, and there's so much traffic and then people don't like merge politely. Like everyone just gets dead sassy about like letting people go in front of them and stuff. Yeah, like I really rate that hot chocolate, really, really like it. But my friend Emma was like, she wasn't a fan, she wasn't keen. So yeah, I would say my favourite is probably the toffee nut, maybe the praline hot chocolate, I'm not sure. Let me know your favourite Starbucks drink. Let's have a little chat about the ski season before I go, before you literally can't see me anymore because it's pitch black. So I cannot believe I'm finally leaving home again. It's been a long time coming, but honestly, I feel like the universe truly has my back, and I feel like it put me back at home for 3 years, like for the past 3 years on purpose. When I left home in 2019, me and my mum, like we were in a difficult place, I would say, like a real difficult place. I'm not going to air our dirty laundry on YouTube without her being here to like say her opinion, but we were in a difficult place, for sure. And I was in a really bad place myself. Like I was still very much in my eating disorder. I felt very low. I really struggled to know like who I was. Like I should just not have gone away from home at that time. I really needed to dedicate myself to like healing and therapy and growth. But in the same breath, like everything happens for a reason, and I believe that I went to dance college to like, I don't know, I just think everything happens in divine timing, and I was meant to be there, and I was meant to get out of my home environment. Like at that point in my life, I really, really needed to get out of my home environment. It's so nice that this time I'm going away with like so much love for my mum and like love between us, and I have really grown and developed as a person since I first left home. Like I'm a completely different woman to the girl that left home in 2016. But it's so nice to leave home with so much love for my mum and like so much faith and like trust in our relationship, whereas when I left back in 2016, like we were just, I don't know, we weren't very connected. We didn't really get each other, we didn't know each other, we fought a lot of the time. So yeah, it's just like, it's like a real proud moment, and it's like such a significant milestone for me to be leaving home again and to be like, wow, like I'm just so proud of myself, so proud of like the growth that I've been through. I don't know the speed limit. This always happens to me. So proud of the growth that I've like been through, and like the layers I've shared, and it's been hard. Like don't get me wrong, it's been really tough and lonely. It's been a really, really lonely journey the past 3 years, but I just think the universe like plopped me back in my home environment to be like, you need to heal here because this is the environment where you were hurt, and it's so hard. Like you guys will know if you've been through stuff in like your childhood home or something, and then you go away to uni or whatever, come back home, it's triggering as fuck. And I still find it hard. Like in no way in hell am I like healed, and I think it's really silly when people say they are healed. I think that shows that they're kind of still like blindsiding themselves a bit, because I think we're never a fully healed person. Like we constantly, new level, new devil, right? So it's like you heal that, and then you just go deeper and deeper and deeper inside yourself, and the growth journey just keeps happening. It is really pitch black. I don't think you guys are going to be able to see this. So yeah, I am just basically trying to say that it's so nice that I'm going away, being a whole new person. And I was meant to do this experience back in 2020. So I was meant to do a ski season with a VIP in 2020. And it got cancelled because of COVID. And I remember at the time I was just so distraught, and I felt so helpless because I'd come out of dancing with no clue what I wanted to do, because I'd committed my whole life to dancing. Then tried to travel Asia, that got cancelled. Tried to do my ski season, that got cancelled. And I was just like, what the fuck? Like I just felt like the whole world was against me. And now I can look back and be like, wow, like I know that happened for a reason, and I still needed those 2 more years at home to get to this place I'm at now, where I am like so much more confident. Like if I'd have gone back in 2020, I feel like I'd have had such a bad experience because I was so low in confidence, so like broken in a way, and I would have just showed up as a really inauthentic, like, I don't know the word to use, but just I wouldn't have been able to show up as me with confidence, and I would have been so wounded still and been so affected by other people's opinions. Whereas now I'm like, fuck yeah, like I am so me, like I am so authentic, and this is a whole new challenge for me, by the way. Like I am shitting myself, like the fact that I'm going to be with a whole new group of people, like past triggers are going to come up that I'm going to have to work through, of like knowing if people want it. We're hitting standstill traffic again, guys. This isn't a good journey. Past triggers are going to come up of like knowing if people want to be my friend, or if people like me, or if people think I'm like fat or ugly. Like so many past triggers are going to come up that I'm going to have to work through, and I know that for sure. But in the same breath, I know I'm strong enough now to be able to like work through them and show up as my authentic self and be okay with me. And even if it triggers me, I can be like, okay, and then just get through it, and it won't get me down. So like everything happens for a reason, and I'm definitely meant to go on this season as this version of myself and not as like the 2020 version of myself. So basically, if something's happening in your life right now where you're like, oh, like why can't I get it? Like why isn't everything, like nothing's working out for me, nothing's happening how I want it to. I just think every single thing that happens to you in your life is a lesson. It's either a lesson or a blessing. That's how I like to look at things and relationships, to be honest. Like how people treat you or what happens to you. Oh goodness me. It's either a lesson or a blessing, and you basically just have to be so grateful for either one. And that perception of like life events has really, really helped me with everything. Because now when something bad happens to me, I'm like, wow, like that, it's not bad. Like it's not a bad thing. It's a positive thing, because I've grown from it so much and learned so much and become such a better version of myself. And I can really, really see that the guy to my left is staring at me right now. But it's like, I'll give you an example. Like the other week, I was in a scenario where I was with a guy that I'd gone on a date with, who like, I was so over the situation, like we literally went on one date. And he was flirting with another girl, and I was like, I was having like the best day, and then it got to me a bit, and I was like, why is he flirting with her and not me? Like, what's wrong with me? Like, am I too fat? Am I too ugly? Blah, 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 blah. Like, am I not desirable? And literally all these limiting beliefs came up in like fast forward motion in my head, and I literally just stood there for 2 seconds. I like took a deep breath, and then I was like, no, that's all bullshit. Like, that's just a bullshit narrative that you're telling yourself. And that is not the reason why this is happening. And then I was just able to see that situation in such a different light, whereas 2020 me would have literally made that scenario like change her whole day. She would have had the worst day. She probably would have gone home and cried, like probably would have put herself back on a diet, some stupid shit like that. So long story short, if things aren't happening your way, just know that there's a reason and there's a lesson in it. But yeah, so anyway, I'm so happy to go as this version of myself. There's a lot of things I'm nervous for. Like I am, like there's a lot of triggers coming up. I'm terrified of like how I'm going to communicate with people, if they're going to be like my type of people, if I'm going to be able to make friends, if people are going to like me, if people are going to think I'm like fat or ugly. Like all of these things are coming up, but I'm just like able to work through them, and I'm so excited. Like so 2 people have given me really good advice. So one of my friends, he said to me like, do this for you. And he actually said this to me because I was going on a date, but then I just took it for like everything in life. He was like, do everything for you. Like pretend the other person is just like, I don't know, like it's like the main character thing, I guess. But he was like, just focus on having fun. So that's what I'm doing on this season. I'm like, this is about me having fun, and I'm just going to put myself in scenarios and mindsets that means that I have fun and I'm happy. And if the people around me don't like that, then that's fine, because I'm having fun and I'm happy. And it's like, if I want to board by myself one day, I can go do that. If I don't want to snowboard one day and everyone else does, like I can chill by myself. If I want to read a book in a coffee shop, I can do that. Like I don't need to fit in, I don't need to go with the crowd. And like if you're at uni or I don't know, going traveling or whatever, it's kind of a similar sort of thing. But my other friend then said to me as well, she was like, because I said to her, I'm worried that people won't be on my level there. Like, I'm worried that everyone will just be super fun. And one of my real limiting beliefs is that people think I'm boring and not fun. It's just like from a lot of, like, that's just one of my massive, big limiting beliefs that stops me connecting with people, because I'm like, oh, they're going to find me boring. They're not going to think I'm fun. And one of my friends was like, Charlotte, you can go out there and just connect with people on a fun level. Like, not everyone has to know every side of you, so it's like they can be my fun friends. And she was like, plus, like, that's a bullshit narrative you're telling yourself. Like, why will there be no people on your level out there? Like, I might go and meet the most like philosophical, intellectual people ever. Like, that is what I love like, all my friends are super intelligent, like really driven, really ambitious, and I love like entrepreneurial, intellectually stimulating conversations. Like, that is what drives me. It's what fills my cup up. I just love having like super like questioning, intellectual, deep conversations about like the world and like trauma and relationships. And you know what? I used to water down that side of me so bad. Like, this is such a rambly, in-depth chat now, but I hope you enjoy, I hope you can see me. To the point where I'm actually going to delete Hinge when I go, because I know that I fully know that I just have Hinge because it's like a boredom thing, like it's like a fun game on my phone when I'm bored. Yeah, like, for example, with my Hinge profile even, like the prompts and stuff, I didn't do any of them deep or like meaningful, because I wanted to be like fun and guys to click on the like thing, and then it's like, but why? Like, you're not going to find, it's that saying that I absolutely love, it's like my favourite saying in the world, and I already need another wee. Why do I already need another wee? I'm literally like half an hour into the journey. It's that saying of like, be used to the people looking for you can find you. And I haven't done that fully on social media, on Hinge, in my day-to-day life. Like, and I need to just show up as authentically and unapologetically as myself. And like, I'm so excited for this fresh start, because I can literally go and just be me. And like, that is so invigorating and empowering. So anyway, I don't really know where I was going with that. Basically, I'm just excited to like go and be unapologetically me, and be like, a big real trigger that I had was when I came out of my relationship in January. I fell into like a messy, toxic like situationship that just was not serving me in any way. And I really, really liked him. And I basically like, I just wanted him to like me. Like, I just wanted him to want me, and I was just in a really, really negative, bad place back in January. So basically I started changing myself, like, to the point where I went on a date last week and I just dressed for me, like fully like blazer, heels. Like, I was like, this is how I love to dress, this is how I used to dress. And my mum was like, yeah, you changed your dress sense when you was in that like situationship. And I was like, wow, like I really did, didn't I? But I didn't realize it at the time, but I changed everything about myself because I wanted him to want me. And in the same breath, it really needed to happen, and there's a lot of good things I've taken from that. Like, that situationship served me in so many ways, but at the same time, I've realized now that it's made me become this really like quiet, unspoken, not as chatty, not as loud version of me, because I always used to feel like, for me, he was like super like in-depth convo and like blah 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 and chatty. I used to think that annoyed him, and I think it did, to be honest, because he's just like not a chatty person. So therefore I like fully watered down like my conversation that I wanted to have, like the intellectual conversations and the depth and the like loudness and the sparkle and the brightness. And it's like, I want to get that, oh my god, like I said in my letter, like I want to get that back. So it's like, I'm so excited that on Sunday I can just go and be me. Like, I can literally just be me, and I don't need to apologize for it. Not that you ever do anyways, but yeah, I'm excited for that. Yeah, this video is Drive With Me is kind of becoming like a being you pep talk, but it's even small things. Like, you just need to do what you want to do, what makes you happy. So for example, I was like, oh my goodness, like what am I going to do? Like, I basically had a couple of really good brand deals come up, and I was like, I can't take them because I'm in France. My mum was like, why can't you take them? And I was like, well, like, oh my god, 555. I have seen angel numbers everywhere today. Like, I'm leaving and I've got goosebumps. Oh my goodness. I've seen 444, 555, 333, and 111 absolutely everywhere today, and now I've got goosebumps. That is crazy. Yeah, so I had a couple of good brand deals come up and I was going to turn them down. And they were like, oh no, we deliver to France. Like, we can send your stuff to the Alps for you. And I was like, but who am I going to get to take my photos? How am I going to vlog in front of people? How am I going to do this and that? And I wanted to vlog so badly on my ski season because I was like, I can literally document my journey with like snowboarding, and I think the videos are just cool because they're going to inspire people. Like, my half marathon videos inspired a few people to sign up for a half marathon, which I think is sick because like all I want to do is get people to become like the best versions of themselves and question their capabilities and live up to their full potential and like experience everything and do everything and not let fear hold them back. Like, that is my core message that I want to get across to people, and that's the journey I'm on. I'm like, fuck yeah, like, let's go now. Like, I'm literally so free. I have nothing holding me back. I'm single. I don't have kids. I do not feel tied to a location. Like, I'm so fucking free that I just want other people to feel that level of freedom and to just be like, fuck yeah, like, let's do everything. Like, let's live this life as fully as possible. And I was like, oh my god, my ski season videos are going to be sick. Like, I'm going to show people my snowboarding journey and how much fun I'm having, and maybe it might like make people think to do a snowboard season or a snowboard season. Maybe it might I'm delusional. I'm too tired to be talking. Maybe it might make someone think that they want to do a ski season, is what I was trying to say. Then I got it in my head and I was like, no, like, I can't vlog there, I can't be on Instagram there, I can't do my mindset stuff there, I can't journal when I'm there, I can't do TikToks. Like, I was like, no, because people are going to judge me. And it's like, again, that's some bullshit narratives I'm telling myself. Like, why are people going to judge me? They might think it's really sick. They could be the coolest, like, nicest, most grounded people ever. And they could be so supportive and be like, this is really cool that you're trying to do this, and like, let's help you and let's be in your vlogs or whatever. And it's like, don't get me wrong, I'm sure that I'll absolutely shit myself and be so embarrassed to like pull out my camera or like film a TikTok or take an Instagram picture. But my mum was like, don't you dare turn down these really good brand deals just because you're scared of what people think of you. I really don't know where I was going with that now because I've just gone on a massive ass tangent. Really hoping you can see me because this is like quite good content. Like, I'm just quite a good ramble, isn't it? When I thought to do a drive from me, I really didn't think that it just did not cross my mind that it was going to be dark, but like, obviously. I just want to leave you with this, like, just fucking live your life. So many people, and I got this actually from my ex, I feel like I've opened up quite a lot in this video. What's new? Okay, my ex-boyfriend wrote these lyrics, which I thought was really cool. Not everybody lives, but everybody dies. I'll say it again. Not everybody lives, but everybody dies. That is so, so true. How many people do you know that just subconsciously like potted through their life, not really living their days how they want, not really enjoying things? And do you know the biggest pet hate ever is people being like, oh, enjoy it while you can. Like, enjoy being young whilst you can. And it's like, nah, like, if you want to do if you want to like do seasons for the rest of your life, or if you want to go live in Ibiza when you're 70 years old, like, why the heck not? Like, we're taught to live so conventionally and structured. I'm swearing a lot in this video, but it's literally like, fuck that. Like, do what you want. We are literally put on this earth and we have so many options, and it's just this one big game. Like, for me right now, life is a game, and I'm like, I'm gonna play as many different characters as I can. I've been the dancer, now it's my time to be the chalet girl, and then I'll be the coach. Like, I'll be a mum at some point. Do you know what I mean? Like, just, I'm playing as many different characters as I possibly can. And you never know, like, I might find a character that I don't want to stop being, and then I'm like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. But yeah. I love that my friends just texted me saying, it's like, also, surround yourself with really good people. My friends just text me because the podcast I was telling you guys about earlier, he said to ask your friends for like your strengths and weaknesses. So I messaged a couple of my best friends and I was like, please could you tell me my strengths and weaknesses, and I'm so intrigued. Like, they've both been like, oh, I'll text you when I have more time, because me and my friends are very much like that. Like, we text each other back when we have like a lot of space to think about it. Like, honestly, this is the type of relationships I have with my friends, and I never thought this was possible, so maybe this is more expansive for you. Like, I always thought I'm never going to make best friends unless I'm this like super funny, hysterical, sarcastic person all the time. No, like, me and my best friends, we laugh, cry laughter all the time. But we are also the most like deep conversational, like, I don't know, it's just the most like stimulating friendships ever. So like, for example, me and one of my best friends, Emma, I have two best friends called Emma. One of them, we were having a conversation about like attachment styles at like 7 a.m. in the morning once, like massive text strings about attachment styles. I just love it. Like, it's so cool. And like, we just have the most conscious conversations all the time. When I restart my podcast, I'm going to just like get my best friends on and have like big ass chats with them, because I'm such a chatty person. But like, anyway, I've now forgotten what I was saying. Basically, just go live your life. Like, go fucking live your life, because especially in this day and age, in our generation, like, there is so many ways to make money. There is so many ways to travel the world. We have so many opportunities at our fingertips, yet we're too scared to take them. Work through your limiting beliefs, work through your fears, and just, like, literally experience everything. Like, fulfill your potential. Absorb all the podcasts, absorb all the self-development books. Like, honestly, self-development has changed my life, and the majority of it is free. Like, I would say the number one thing that's helped me is podcasts, because that's been like a knock-on effect to get into like meditation, all of the like other stuff. But I would say get into podcasts and just like absorb like all the podcasts you can. Why is there so much standstill traffic? It's literally a joke. But yeah, honestly, I just want to shake people and be like, fucking live your life. Like, do not settle. If you are settled right now in a relationship, I know how hard it can be. Like, that was literally me this time last year, and I still have so much love for him. I always will. I still get upset about it because I miss him so much every day. Like, he was my bestest friend. He grew with me. He went through so many phases of life through me. He's like the closest I've ever been to a person, and I don't have that anymore, and it's like a really big fucking gap in my life. At the same time, I'm like, okay, like, I wasn't going to settle. Like, it wasn't a passionate love that was setting my soul on fire anymore. It was more of a friendship. So it's like, please just stop settling in life. Like, stop settling in a job. We get it all the time, don't we? It's like fed into us since we're young, which is why we accept our realities. Like, we accept our realities to be half-hearted in a way, because we're told these limiting stories from a young age of like, oh, life's hard, life's not meant to be fun all the time, like, life isn't a Disney movie. That's one I get told all the time, and I'm like, yeah, it fucking is. Like, yeah, it fucking is. If I want life to be a Disney movie, it's a Disney movie. Like, I'm gonna find my Disney romance. I'm gonna find my Disney king, knight in shining armor. If you want to believe that you can't do that, then that's on you, but don't put it onto me. And obviously, as a kid, we just soak up and we believe everything that's told to us, because we don't have the ability to cultivate that awareness yet. But as an adult, we can take back our power and be like, hang on a second. Like, I can actually have it all. Like, you can have the job or the work or however you earn money that you want, that sets your soul on fire. You can have the relationship that sets your soul on fire, the friendships that set your soul on fire, the lifestyle, the home, the bank account. Like, you can literally fucking have it all. Like, you can, but you need to believe and you need to do the work, because otherwise it's not going to happen. You're just going to keep living this half-assed life. One thing I would say is if you're like doing the work and you're just stuck, I would say, like, stop focusing on the outcomes and just focus on your internal world. Like, it's such a cliche, but I've really noticed this, is that like the universe will literally give you what you need, and sometimes you think you want something and then the universe gives you something else and you're like, fuck, like, I didn't actually want that other thing I thought I wanted. Like, for example, I thought I wanted a massive business, to be living in an Airbnb or in a London apartment, and to be coaching online every single day. That's what I thought I wanted right now. And now I'm in a place where, like, the universe has thrown things at me that have led me to do a ski season, and I'm so happy. Like, I am so happy. So it's just like, trust your path, trust the journey, and be open to every single opportunity. But yeah, I'm going to stop rambling now, because this is like a podcast episode, and you guys have probably just clicked on this thinking it's going to be some sort of fun drive with me, and I've just given you like a spiritual, in-depth conversation. But I miss doing my podcast. What can I say? It is going to come back at some point. I am so excited for ski season content. You guys can hold me to it now. Like, I am going to get over my fear of being seen. I'm going to show up as unapologetically me, vlog what the fuck I want, just be like my sparkly little self, and people want to accept me, they will, and if they don't, they don't. So yeah, let's just go make it fucking happen, guys. Like, please, if you've watched this video, just go and change something right now. Like, go and change something right now. If you've listened to this video and you're like, oh, I don't like my job, like, you're probably moaning about something every day. Like, why don't you just go and do something about it? Don't be one of those people that just do nothing. I hope you've enjoyed this little ramble, and I hope when I go to edit this that you can see me, because otherwise this was a massive waste of time. But I'm so excited to bring you along for the rest of my life now. Like, honestly, I just feel like it's gonna just keep going from here. Like, the ball's gonna keep rolling. I'm gonna bring you along for the ski season, and who knows where we'll end up after that. Like, I just want to keep traveling and connecting and creating. So who knows what the heck we'll be doing in May, which is so freaking exciting. But yeah, I don't know, just comment down below, like, just any thoughts, like what you're about to do, like if this video has made you change your mind about something, just comment down below. Thank you for watching. You guys know what you want to do if you want to stick around, and I'll see you in the Alps.